We are with Fox Valley Technical College today. Dr. Jennifer Lanter is with us, Vice President of Learning and their Chief Academic Officer. If you haven't caught wind of, it's the start of a school year. Fox Valley Tech, though, 4 weeks in now, and we're going to learn more about what's going on at Fox Valley Tech as we kick off our Focus on Careers series here on WHBY. Good afternoon, Dr. Lanter. Great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you again. Thanks for having me.
7 years you've been with the college. Remind us how you got here and what your role all entails.
Yeah, I joined Northeast Wisconsin as a faculty member at UW-Green Bay back in 2007. That was my introduction to the area. Joined the Wisconsin Technical College system in 2015 and joined Fox Valley Technical College in 2018. And it was about 4 years ago that I became the Chief Academic Officer.
Excellent. What does your role oversee as Chief Academic Officer?
Yeah, ultimately, all the instruction that takes place at the college reports up to me. Our faculty development and all of our business and industry contract training does as well.
Okay. So just a couple of things.
Just a few things.
Yeah.
Enough to keep me busy for sure.
Yeah. All right. 4 weeks in, let's start by learning how the school year is going here in 2025.
Yeah, if you come over to the college, you will find our parking lots are full. We were talking about this with our district board last night, just fuller than they've been even since pre-COVID. Really impressed with the number of students that we have that are on campus. In general, some of our fastest growing or quickest growing programs live in our transfer areas, so we're very much career focused. But a few years ago started our university transfer Associate of Arts and Associate of Science degrees. So these are for students that want to transfer to a four-year institution. And the Associate of Arts alone is up 32%, and Associate of Science, those interested in those STEM fields, up 57%. So the number of students we have interested in those programs just really impressive. And then also impressive is our newly designed culinary and baking labs. They are gorgeous. And so we've seen a lot of students take advantage of that as well.
We just had Chef Jeff joining
us.
Exactly. And he mentioned just the energy that this year's class has brought and the also the punctuality of those students.
Well, I like to hear that.
I know, being in class and being ready to roll and ready to learn. But I think we have to emphasize that amazing transfer program that is quite new and just the opportunity it brings students to maybe stay home for a couple extra years, save a little money, maybe work on the side, or just honestly figure out exactly what they want to study before they go to those more particular classes.
Yeah, absolutely correct. And there's financial aid options for students to take many of those general education classes. They can focus in an area. There's enough electives there where they can pick a focus also. So just a really great opportunity for students here in the Valley.
A couple other areas to highlight. I understand you're seeing a big surge in some of those health programs, surgical technology, occupational therapy, and nursing, which are all full for next spring already.
Yeah, we're talking about spring, not just fall, but for spring already. And again, in kind of a post-COVID situation, we saw some of the enrollments dip there a bit with concerns perhaps over healthcare. And that has all gone away. And now we are filled to the brim with students in those programs. And the employers are thrilled because that is definitely an area where we continue to hear we need more and more and more students graduating with degrees in those areas.
Yeah, and we hear all the time, with the baby boomer generation, more health services being needed. So there are job openings. Again, job openings, that means careers depending on the demand of the workforce. And I understand, Dr. Lanter, that you have added some specific programs to meet what you're hearing from employers in those areas. They have just launched this fall. What are they? What are they looking like?
Yeah, a couple of programs in our business space. While we've had administrative professional for some time, areas that are new for us are office management and office coordinator programs, where we see that in some cases, the workforce has perhaps shifted to a more remote focus. There's more of a need of a blend of kind of that administrative professional, but also the manager of the space. And so we have degrees there. And then 2 brand new advanced technical certificates. So these are shorter term certificates designed to build on top of programs where a student's already licensed in a specific area. So we have what is a very long name titled Expanded Function Dental Auxiliary. But this is just an add-on for someone who's a dental assistant that allows them the opportunity to do more advanced procedures. And I don't know if you've tried to get in to see a dentist recently, but often it takes many months to do that. So to have additional individuals who are qualified to do certain procedures is helpful. So if you are a dental assistant and have interest in dental auxiliary, that's a great option. And then the same is true for our therapeutic massage program. We've added an advanced technical certificate to teach some of those more advanced skills.
Interesting. I just noticed my dental office is hiring.
Yeah,
so I might send them your way.
There you go.
Yeah. Again, these are really interesting areas. Again, in that health field, a few more, radiography, respiratory therapy, and cardiovascular technology.
These are all areas that we are hearing from our healthcare partners are needed just desperately. And of course, all of that takes faculty to teach. It takes space to run the programming, right? These are accredited programs in many cases. So these are areas that we are exploring. No promises yet, but definitely have great interest in offering these in the future. And we're doing what we can to move those forward.
All right. More to come here. We're going to pause, but our focus on careers continues after the break. If you've got a question, you can text it in at 920-281-1150. We'll also take a qualifier for our $100 a day giveaway with Fleet Farm. Caller number 5 at 920-281-1150. Might be winning $100 today. Caller number 5, you will qualify. So go ahead, 920-281. Welcome back, everybody. It's our Focus on Careers, a segment that I just so much enjoy. We've been doing this for about 4 years now, I want to say, connecting with Fox Valley Technical College and just learning about what the workforce looks like, what the needs are for that workforce, and of course, how we are training the next folks to enter into that workforce. And today we are honored to kick things off with Dr. Jennifer Lanter, Vice President of Learning and their Chief Academic Officer. So let's talk a little bit about students. I think we all try to understand those younger generations, but I will note that, generations are all mixed when it comes to Fox Valley Tech. There's a lot of those non-traditional students, but, what are students looking for? How are you looking to meet their needs? And what does your average student kind of show up with when it comes to Fox Valley Tech in 2025?
Yeah, students expect flexible offerings, online options rather than just in person. But when they're in person, they want hands-on learning activities, which we seek to provide in every single one of our programs. And I think we see more students enter and exit at a variety of different times that works with their life. So building stackable credentials, which kind of ladder on top of each other to get closer and closer to that longer term degree is something that they're very interested in. You mentioned what they come with. I think they come with all kinds of needs, wraparound type services that we can provide. So things like our food pantry, things like mental health counseling, transportation help that we might be able to provide are there as well. So we're not just looking to educate students, but really be able to provide for the needs that they bring with them.
Yeah. Shout out to someone that I care for who's currently collecting donations for that food pantry.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
I love that. I have a cousin attending Fox Valley Tech right now, and I checked in with him last week. I said, how you doing? These first couple of weeks. And he said, we're finally getting into the hands-on stuff. Yeah. We're finally getting into just working and all the he's in machinery, all that stuff, and I'm so happy for him, and he's loving that, and that's what Fox Valley Tech provides. Mm-hmm. But that flexibility is so needed too. Students depend on those online classes, or it might allow for a non-traditional student to finally be able to take classes because they are prioritized and online.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have hybrid courses too, where maybe they're not meeting every single week, maybe it's every other week. So there's a little more flexibility there. And we very much cater to the part-time student who's not, quite in a spot to dedicate 5 days a week to classes. So we're there for those students as well.
Yeah. I want to ask about what might be coming up next, because I feel like there's always a little construction happening at Fox Valley Tech. Always something happening, maybe a refresh, maybe it's a huge expansion, and it's nuanced, right? So any facilities or anything planning that's coming up that you're really excited about?
Yeah, as a college, we're taking this year to construct a comprehensive facilities plan to make sure that our facilities and spaces effectively support our mission and our vision and goals. So really developing that roadmap for the future. So those programs I talked about earlier, for example, in healthcare that are going to require space, where are we going to put them? And we really want to make the best use of the spaces that we have and make sure that our facilities are aligned with where the need is, where we're seeing the growth in the program. So right now, I would say we're just off the heels of what has been a 4-year project in our culinary space, taking some time to evaluate what it is that we need to do next. And again, it is a all hands on deck planning activity involving community members and certainly members of the college and our student population as well.
Excellent. Are you using AI to help figure any of that out? I ask because it's such an interesting new technology, of course, and there are really creative ways to utilize it smartly. How is the college approaching AI?
Yeah, AI is so interesting in the technical college because we have our instructors that need to learn it. How can they use AI best to help facilitate learning? Mm-hmm. But then they need to learn it in their area of expertise as well, right? So how is it being used in machining, but also how is it being used as an instructor? So they're having to keep their kind of finger on the pulse of AI in many different areas. And then we as a college want to use it to certainly make our business processes as efficient and effective as possible. So we're using it in that aspect as well. But no shortage of asks from staff to use a variety of different AI platforms.
An ongoing conversation, I'm
For sure.
All right. I know we might have some very curious listeners out there going, oh, yeah, I haven't been to Fox Valley Tech in a really long time. What's it looking like with all these changes, additions of programs, parking lots filled? If you're curious, guess what? There's an open house coming up.
There is an open house. You don't even have to wait for the open house. If you want to come on in, our beautifully redone entrance 10, our main entrance, please come anytime. But yes, definitely want to highlight our fall open house on October 7th. Runs from 3 to 7 p.m. You don't have to register. There are more than 200 programs on display. Our faculty are there to show you the labs and share with you what offerings are available. You can have a structured tour. You can explore at your own pace. A lot of hands-on activities and even informational sessions on how to help pay for college if that's something that you'd be interested in learning more about. And importantly, you can apply for free that night. So we waive any fees associated with the application process. And we have food trucks, which is a huge, huge selling point for our staff who get to spend a few extra hours at the college that day.
We love that. So check it out. If you'd like the details sent your way, just text Fox Valley Tech to 920-281-1150. Otherwise, that date, October 7th from 3 to 7 p.m. here on the Appleton campus. Jennifer, great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you.
Anything else you want to add before we part ways?
We are going to show off many of our facilities on that night. So I'll just highlight that. Our main campus people think about, but our transportation building is there. You know, our ag center is open as well, public safety training center, et cetera. So we are open in our locations to show you what we've got.
All right. I hope the start of the school year continues to go well. And in about 2 weeks, we're going to dig into a more specific program through Fox Valley Tech.
Awesome.
So thank you, Dr. Lanter, for kind of kicking off this wonderful series for us.
Yeah, happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. FVTC.edu is their website.